You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears. Do every act of your life as though it were the last act of your life. How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? To love only what happens, what was destined, no greater harmony. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Confine yourself to the present. You are a little soul carrying around a corpse, as Epictetus used to say. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Don't go on discussing what a good person should be. Just be one. A person's worth is measured by the worth of what he values. Look well into yourself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if you will look. The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change. Nowhere you can go is more peaceful, more free of interruptions than your own soul. Death smiles at us all, but all a man can do is smile back. Let not your mind run on what you lack as much as on what you have already. Begin each day by telling yourself, today I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness. The happiness of those who want to be popular depends on others. The happiness of those who seek pleasure fluctuates with moods outside their control, but the happiness of the wise grows out of their own free acts. Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. He who is brave is free. As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Sometimes even to live is an act of courage. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Wealth is the slave of a wise man and the master of a fool. He who is everywhere is nowhere. Throw me to the wolves, and I will return leading the pack. No man was ever wise by chance. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Associate with people who are likely to improve you. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. Life is long if you know how to use it. It is quality rather than quantity that matters. Only time can heal what reason cannot. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. While we are postponing, life speeds by. You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire. He who suffers before it is necessary suffers more than is necessary. Religion is regarded by the common people as true, by the wise as false, and by rulers as useful. Fate leads the willing and drags along the reluctant. You are your choices. What progress have I made? I am beginning to be my own friend. Nothing is burdensome if taken lightly, and nothing need arouse anger if one doesn't add to it. The life given us by nature is short, but the memory of a life well spent is eternal. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all the others. To be ignorant of what happened before you were born is to remain always a child. A room without books is like a body without a soul. The wise are instructed by reason, average minds by experience, the stupid by necessity, and the brute by instinct. Friendship improves happiness and abates misery by the doubling of our joy and the dividing of our grief. The greater the difficulty, the greater the glory. The good of the people is the greatest law. A man's own manner and character is what most becomes him. What is morally wrong can never be politically right. Silence is one of the great arts of conversation. Times are bad. Children no longer obey their parents, and everyone is writing a book. If you have a garden and a library, you have everything you need. The shifts of fortune test the reliability of friends. Freedom is a possession of inestimable value. Any man can make mistakes, but only an idiot persists in his error. Knowledge which is divorced from justice may be called cunning rather than wisdom. Nobody can give you wiser advice than yourself. The pursuit of virtue is the study of life itself. Brevity is a great charm of eloquence. If we are not ashamed to think it, we should not be ashamed to say it. The foundation of justice is good faith. In times of war, the law falls silent. An unjust peace is better than a just war. Justice is the crowning glory of the virtues. The wise man avoids excesses of all kinds. Virtue is a habit of the mind, consistent with nature and moderation and reason. The function of wisdom is to discriminate between good and evil. While there's life, there's hope. The safety of the people shall be the highest law.